Started here. Well, I gotta start my heart rate monitor. Heart rate monitor, I think should be on. Hello. See my devices. There it is. Posted. Cool. All right. I can check it out after stream. I'll take a look. I'll take a look-see. Oh. That was such a delayed. Is it game okay? I'm gonna restart StepMania because that doesn't sound very good. Yeah. Come on. Why is it so laggy? It's not even running anything. Huh. Wonder what's going on. Yeah, let me just restart the game because that was looking very laggy. Abstract potato chips. It kind of looks like Pringles, right? Kind of reminds me of Pringles. Oh, you so Pringles. It's so weird why it's laggy because it hasn't done that. It hasn't done that before. It's showing like 30-50% CPU when it's not even running anything. I just hope it doesn't affect the gameplay. Otherwise, I might have to restart the computer. Ube chips. I love ube. Ube chips are so good. You ever had ube ice cream? Hey, what's up, Nolan? How you doing? Trying to get this game started up. It's gonna take a little bit. I thought I had caching on, but it's like loading the game as if it didn't already load the cache. Yeah, you like ube ice cream? I forgot what brand I got when I tried ube ice cream for the first time, but it was really good. Might be one of my top favorite flavors now. Fruity ice cream, like sherbets. I don't particularly go for those. Like orange sherbets or anything like that. I don't really go for fruity ice cream. If I want ice cream, if I'm in the mood for ice cream, I want something like rich and creamy. Like, look, I'm a cookies and cream type of person. That's one of my favorite flavors. But I'm not one to go for like sherbets or anything. Don't like sherbets. Yeah, I don't really go for that. You're a chocolate girly. Chocolate. I like Oreo ice cream. What's up, Fire Rooter? How you doing? Welcome in. We're almost done loading the game. I had to do a reload on it. Hopefully you can fix the lag. Ugh. Why is my right leg not going to feel tight anymore? Yay! Start playing now. Sherbet? I thought it was called sherbet. Let's get warm up. What's up, Garichi? Third time in a row. Why is it missing this part? Try it again. Please cooperate with me. spot right there.
It's time to drink water.
There's like a dead spot in this corner where I usually have to step. My God. Doc Jekyll. I don't know what's going on with this arrow. Also, that song CJ was sick late. My tendon still feels really bad. Thanks for the water. The dance pad look different? No, nothing's changed. The right pad? Then how is the camera gonna see the right side? I won't be able to focus the camera on the right side. I also don't have the right side modded the same way. How much did you pay for that machine? So I paid $900 for the machine, but you're not gonna get. The thing is, if you're asking and wanting to find out like how much you can buy it for, you're not gonna find it for $900. That's. Yeah, so I got it like 10 years ago. There's a 10-year ago price. Yeah, like, I mean, just for the machine, 900, that doesn't include the game though. I had to invest more money into getting a running game, card readers, all the modifications, new monitor, maintenance. All that stuff put together. Why did I not play this one yet? It didn't come as a DDR Max. I got the marquee separately as a mod. It used to be an extreme machine. Yeah, it's basically my gym. Home gym right here. Oh. My God. Why would you do that? If I don't know that crossover is coming, I can't hit it. I can't read it. Oh, there's so many like small things just irritating me right now. There's my hair poking my eyes, and my right knee is like, it still hasn't gotten over the pain from like the last month. Like every time I step down, it's like that one part of my ligament gets really sore. A working machine. I mean, depends on your definition of working, I guess. If you're like saving a machine from a dumpster or something, then yeah, maybe 3K. If you want a machine that's like ready to play, ready to go, that's like 3 times the price. I did some squatting before this too. What's up, RS? How you doing? Welcome. I'm having a lot of trouble with this warm-up today. My leg's not feeling very good now. Like other than the pain, it just doesn't feel right. Don't have that control today. Also, what is wrong with the sink today? Something feels so off. those mines are marked so late. It's a huge peeve of mine. Like, if you're gonna mark foot switches or whatever, don't mark them so late that you can't even tell it's a foot switch. Might as well not even mark them at all. Maybe I have to bump the speed up. If everything feels late. Stupid miss. Hello, Vandesha. Ugh. 200. We gotta go faster. Faster. We go faster. There's so many charts from this Cortec pack that I'm noticing. Sticky. how humid it's getting. Makes the pad really sticky. Like, you hear that? That is not the right rhythm. Eyes are burning. Oh. Sorry for restarting so much. There's like a lot of things just like irritating me. Get a feel for a good run yet. This, I cannot get my feet to move. Like it's sticking so much that I cannot get my foot to clear the center panel without it getting stuck. Alright, hopefully this doesn't end up getting me injured, because the stickiness is just really not great to deal with when I'm trying to warm up. What is the game doing? The merch drop. I don't know. I don't see anyone interested in merch. I've never heard anyone interested in merch yet. can't lift my foot up with all this powder. Gotta somehow adapt to sliding form. Which means I can maybe do a stamina song. My username is Lei, L-E-I. You mean on YouTube, my ad is just L-E-I. I still don't know how to fix that. It just randomly closes the folder there. Okay, stamina. There it goes again. Is my up arrow just not responding? Not deal with this for 3 minutes. Figure out the stops here. Fuck. Now I'm sliding too much. Wanted that, wanted what? What did you want?
On the go.
I feel like I have no control on the fast stuff now. What's up, Keith Brown? Tip for hitting fast jump notes? Actually, the opposite. You never want to be completely off the pad, ideally. Because what happens when you're off the pad? If the note's coming, you have no control over where you're moving next if you're off the pad. You have no control of your movement. If you're hitting fast jumps, you don't want to be completely off the pad. You want to have like one part of your foot on the metal somewhere, hit with another part of your foot, like, so that you know when the next note is, you can move yourself over to where you have to be next. Whereas if you're off the pad, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the next note. Heads up, I know Yabo. Thank you for the resub.
Time of day, everyone.
31 months, that's crazy. 25-month streak. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Happy time of day, everyone. Happy time of day to you too. Hope you've been well. I'm having a little trouble today with today's session. Everything just feels off today. Like, my control of my movements feel off. Like, My mental is off. What do I do? My stamina and speed is off. Like, what do we do in this situation? Do we even play ITL stuff? Do we even do that? Might be time to stray out of the pack. I might just have to not focus on ITL today because the mental is not there. Try play some other stuff to reset everything. Rage on. Some butterfly. Try not to fall asleep today. I gotta get my legs moving. Legs gotta move. I know this. A good night, have a good rest, have a good sleep. I know y'all will take care. Man. I don't think I have a score in this before. No. What's up, Aeroscope? Yeah, I think I gotta take a detour from ITL today. Just because of how off the vibes are. Up the score a bit. That was my old 2%. Almost 2%. What's up, Haley? I don't know if it's resolved completely. I just have to play some different stuff. Gotta play some stuff where it doesn't even matter.
the best is...
I don't think it's a loose wire. It's just, it is all connected. I did check that. I mean, they're flickering because the sensors are very oversensitive. It's really an issue of getting newer sensors that are not very old. Nice. All those patterns those patterns that make you have to go from up to down, like say up, right, down, or up, left, down, anything that makes you have to travel directly from up to down, those hurt. Such a painful pattern to do. High chance of missing the arrow. Now that I've moved more, I am definitely, I feel like I have some energy to play some of the harder stuff now. DDR mixes. I do have DDR stuff downloaded, but it's not updated, so I don't have anything that got updated within like the last 2 months. I definitely stopped looking at it when ITL season started, since, you know, I was mainly going to focus on that. Only ever passed this once, I think. Curious about something. I'm just curious about something. If I can kind of cheese this a bit. I'm afraid to say anything in case I jinx it. No fucking way. I think that's the key. Warm up, tachyon. Warm up on speed core and tachyon. Go straight into the hardest ITL song. Highest, well, hardest is relative. Hardest is subjective. The highest point value song in ITL. There it is. There it is. Let's go. There's my one ITL achievement for the session. My one ITL achievement for the day. Thanks, Nolan. Thanks, RS. Yeah, that 16. I couldn't even get past the first quarter before. When I stopped caring about trying to nail the first part with all the turns and stuff, it kind of took a weight off of my shoulders. I just didn't have to care about that section anymore and just do whatever else I need to do in the song. Yeah, 11,000 points, that's the highest point value song in ITL. That was essentially the boss song of the event. Yeah. I wish I could be a little more excited about it, but I'm just so drained today. Like, everything was feeling off before, but I don't know, I felt pretty locked in for the most part on this song. I just had to not care as much for nailing any of the turns. Yeah, it was the hardest song. There it is. It's at the end of the list. 11,000 points. Shipping hard. I just had to play some speedcore to warm up. That was what I was missing. That's what I needed. I just needed to lubricate the legs. Oh my god. I haven't even passed this yet. The highest number, like in the whole song list, 11,000. The song I just played, that's the highest number. Okay, can I do the same thing here? Topped out. Playing the hardest 16, I'm tapped out. What makes one harder than the other 16? There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of different type of patterning, the speed, the length of the song. Also, it depends on what skill set you're good at. So this is a 15. I think it's harder than everything because this is a stop and go chart and I'm not good at that stuff. I don't have it memorized. It's also very fast. But I'm not gonna pass this. I guess I don't have enough time in the event to study this to pass it. Okay, never mind, I got it.
Nice.
Okay. So, moral of the story, never doubt yourself. Because you end up surprising yourself. That is such a shitty score. But I don't even care about that. Do you memorize the arrows? No, I got lucky. I got lucky. Is that water emoji? Thanks, Nad. Definitely need that. What's that? So only 23 people have passed this. Damn, I'm not far behind Viva Yamu. That's the thing, even the best players can have their weaknesses. Just so happens this is also my weakness. Stop and go stuff is not my shit. It is not my thing. That's why you'll never see me picking chaos voluntarily. Oh, okay. I mean, it's a clear. It's a clear. I'll take it. Oh no, it sucks. Like it'll probably be better if I have it memorized, but that was my first pass on it. So I don't have it memorized at all. I honestly think I got lucky in the first half because that's the most complicated part. All that's left of this song. Over the period, yeah, it does. It absolutely does. I'm not very good at that one. I'm out of that folder. I'm over it. I was gonna play some Camellia stuff before I got sidetracked. Before my train of thought got sidetracked. See what I did there? Yeah. They're not going to make 20s because no one can even play 19s. There's not enough people that play 19s, and there's not enough 19s in general. So until like 19s are more normalized, they're not going to make a 20. Like, so many people just avoid it. They're not gonna play a 19, let alone a 20. wasn't too bad. It was just bracket foot switch patterns. I was gonna say earlier, if Steps for Victory and Breaking the Future were not rated 20s and they're rated 19s, a 20 is probably gonna be something way harder than that. Like, it's surprising that something like Steps for Victory isn't rated a 20. But we also don't know we have no idea what would make a 20. We don't know how high the 19 ceiling is gonna go. That is totally unknown. We could have a 2DX situation where the highest difficulty is a 12, and how do you go higher than that? You'd think you'd make a 13 difficulty? No, they just, everything is a 12 after that. Everything is just rated 12. Doesn't even matter. Like, you could see the same thing happen in DDR. Everything harder than, say, Velocquist challenge is a 19. We're probably not going to know anytime soon. Max 360. No, Max 360 is like on like the easier side of 19s. That's on the the easiest side of the 19 spectrum. Max 360, Velocquist are the easiest, and the hardest right now are Breaking the Future and Steps for Victory. The cat, yeah, the cat. The cat's fun when I look back on stream, but I don't really notice it when I play. No, yeah, Max 360 is my highest scoring 19 right now. That's how easy it is. I don't know if I've seen this. sure I saw a side switch. I'm pretty sure I saw like a 30-second side switch burst somewhere. Like, what the fuck is that? I hung on pretty alright. That section is just horrendous. Paranoia Revolution, first 19. No, Valkyrie Dimension is. Valkyrie Dimension, and then Paranoia Revolution. No, Over the Period is harder than Max 360. Just from the speed and the speed changes alone. It's also the score spread for Max 360 is way higher average than Over the Period. A note immediately after a long note, like what do you mean, like after a freeze? That's pretty common, I think. The 119 Chris hasn't PFC'd. Chris hasn't PFC'd a bunch of 19s. Like, he doesn't have... No one has Breaking the Future. No one has Steps for Victory. No one has Over the Period. No one has Lacrima. No one has Ho. Did we forget all of those other 19s? Something in. Oh, what pack is this? Beat and Flow? indeed. I've never heard this Camellia song before. Anyone heard this one before? I've never seen it. Oh, this is old. This 19. I think this was off sync, right? It's super early. Yeah, something is really off about that chart. I still have my recovery drink. is the song. Forget about that song though. That's crazy now. To think of that, there are harder songs than Endymion now. so many up arrow misses. I can't tell if I'm not like reaching it or what's wrong. So many got missed. Like, it's not getting stuck, so just not, my foot just not hitting. I don't know, I can't tell. I gotta review the tapes. Okay, I gotta run. 10, it's like 10:14, 10:15. I will be back next week. I'll be at ASEN this weekend. So no stream Thursday. I'll be in Chicago. So, yeah, I mean, started as a bum session and it picked up later. Got a lot better later. Yeah, there we go. That's the start of the good part of the session right there. We were like, I don't know, I was struggling a lot right here, and then we got to Rage On. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do whatever. Go fast, go ham, go haul ass, and look where that got us. Clear the hardest songs in ITL. Never give up. Never give up. Yeah, alright. I'll see you next week. I'll be away. So, have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. Take care. And, yeah. I don't know if I'll have time to do any, get any clips from the stream, so that'll probably happen like after May con season is done. There's just so much going on, man. Alright, have a good night everyone, take care, thank you for joining me, I appreciate it. I'll see you next time, bye bye.